Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Wrexham FM23 save. Lots of stuff happened when you're gone. We've corrected the form a little bit, but I've got a little surprise in this episode. Something I didn't promise in the last one that you're going to get anyway. But before we get into that, let's just run through all the results. So, following our really disappointing 4-3 loss to Solihull Moors, a couple days later, we play them again. And the result, slightly better. We start us off with a first goal. Palmer lobs it forward over to Sinclair, who takes a touch and slots it really nicely. Goalkeeper doesn't cover himself in glory, but we take it. And then the second goal, from a more unlikely source, Mullin puts it across to Edwards and with a composed finish into the right-hand corner. Fairly simple stuff. Bish bash bosh. Slapped them up. They basically just weren't in the game at all, which really makes you wonder, how did we lose in the first place? Next up, we had Yeovil in the league and another comfortable performance. 3-1 overall, and yeah, another team we just pieced up. Ollie Palmer started off with a really quick goal, nice header from the corner, using their physicality as we know he can. They then unfortunately hit us with a very well taken goal from outside, or just inside the box by Wakefield. Really realistic goal, one you don't really see in FM, I find. Never mind that, Ollie Palmer once again here to save us, with a nice ball from Sinclair across, and he just stabs it into the bottom left corner. And then finally, to complete his hat-trick, a nicely slotted away penalty. Ollie Palmer, I love you. We've said this before, but our romance will blossom. We then move into our FA Cup performance against Southend. And while we did win the game, their disallowed goal, plus I feel like just a bit of a stale performance, as you can see by the average ratings, really didn't fill me with too much confidence. Just to show you their goal, it's really quite early, 5 minutes in, and it really stressed me out, quite frankly. A ball put over the top to Mooney, puts it across, is cleared at first, but then they keep piling on the pressure. And at the first 15 minutes, this is what they tended to do. They're piling on the pressure, puts it over again. Mooney's there in tons of space, and luckily he was offside. And the only goal was also a penalty, so that really shows you there was nothing in this game. Then had another cup game in the FA Trophy this time. Similar but slightly elevated performance. As you can see, average rating is a bit higher, what we like to see. This time, no stress with the early disallowed goal from the team. We just have a bit of a scrappy goal, but we'll take it. And also, 2 clean sheets in a row, something I don't think we've seen this season. And then finally, back in the league with a 2-1 win against Maidstone. Very dominant performance. Could have been way more if it wasn't for some dodgy finishing. Starts off with Hosanna down the right. Luke Young puts a brilliant ball over to Palmer, who just slots it across, and Lee tucks it home with a nice little deft finish. And then once again, Langton pumps it forward. Palmer wins it. He was really crucial in this game, and Lee slots it away once again. Fortunately, we can't quite keep the clean sheet. This was their only chance of their game, and Booty scores a goal for them. And that takes us to 3rd in the league table, level on points with Bromley and Eastleigh. So we have recovered a bit of our dignity after the shambles that has come before. This episode, we're going to hope we can continue the winning form. However, there's a bit of a twist. You may have spotted it earlier, but I originally said we were going to play Gateshead and Woking in this video. However, I didn't take into account the FA Cup, where we will be playing Brighton, the first Prem team of the save that we will be playing. And I'm excited. Funny one, really, Brighton. I feel like the team, and you can see in real life, the team is so much better than what FM likes to put them as. I've seen them get relegated in the first season. It's just, I don't understand why. But 14th for Brighton, certainly not a bad season for them. Just, you'd expect a bit more. But of course, they're going to be a really tough challenge for us in the National League. It's away from home, though, so we should get plenty of money. Put it in the back pocket. Lovely stuff. So yeah, we're going to go into the Gateshead game now, and then Brighton, and then we'll see where we go from there. One thing to just update you about, Thomas O'Connor, our stalwart at defensive midfield, has been ruled out for the injury for 3 to 4 months. That was about a month ago, so it's more like 2 to 3 months now, but still, it's a massive miss. Also, Callum Jones has been recalled by Hull because I wasn't playing in the right role. Didn't realise I put that in the contract. Stupid for me, quite frankly. And yeah, he's going to be a big miss considering the O'Connor injury. However, we are going to try and get someone in the meantime. Another loan, because I don't want to be spending too much money, but Jay Mingy is the one I'm looking for. I feel like he's a good defensive midfielder. Callum Jones is more of a I thought he could play centre mid, but Jay Mingy, we're just going to sit him at the bottom of the midfield until O'Connell can come back, and who knows, he might be able to fight for his place. And because of that injury, we've slightly adapted the formation, just bringing up Cannon into that ball-winning midfielder role, but level with the two midfielders either side of him. Basically, we just didn't have anybody who could comfortably play DM, so we're just changing it, and it's not gone too badly, as you've seen with the results. Unbeaten in this last period. All right, without further ado, let's just get into the match day. So, Langton. Hello? Did I miss that? What happened? Fractured finger. Oh, God. When did that happen? Oh, it happened just now. I've just skipped over it. Fractured finger, 3 to 4 weeks. Could be worse, but really not ideal considering Mark Howard's original performances when he started for us. He's going to have to slot in, though. Yeah. Not ideal. Let's run you through the team now. Obviously, Howard comes in for Langton. Hosanna on the right, who I've been really interchanging with Ford recently. He's just pulled ahead of Ford in terms of recent form, but it's constantly changing, honestly. They're both such good options for that right-back role. O'Connell and Tozer, who has put himself ahead of Tunnicliffe. Mendy, which might be a shock to you, has really put in some work in these last few performances. Despite his inferior stats to McFadzean, Fazdean's had a bit of a stinker. So Mendy has come in and really done some business. He's been really quite effective. Young has come in also instead of O'Connor. Cannon, of course, playing in the ball-winning midfielder role. And Davis, a stalwart once again. Lee, Palmer, Sinclair up top. You might notice Mullins on the bench. Had a bit of a drop in form. We just want to rest him. At some point, our strikers are going to have injuries. And I just want that. It's good to have competition. It's always good. It's healthy. Just realised we haven't really covered Gateshead. Yeah, Gateshead in 6, so they're definitely no slouches. It's going to be a tricky game. They're playing 4-3-3, which could overwhelm our wing-backs, but we're just going to see how it goes. We might change things up if we need to. Can we do something dangerous with this free kick? Young, will he go for the shot or will he perhaps cross it in? He goes for the shot. Luke Young slots it round the wall. The very big ball as well, as it looks, and just fires it past Elliott, who really you'd hope would be doing better if you're getting 2 hands on it, but we'll take it every day of the week. And that takes us up to first. Obviously, of course. Why do I open my mouth? Davis, great ball over to Sinclair. He slots it into the side net and get in. Jerome Sinclair. Davis with a lovely ball, a ball that you would often see Luke Young do. Davis is usually the one that's driving into those wide half spaces. But yeah, I'm happy if he could produce like that more often. That is ideal. Lovely stuff in this first half. Honestly, we have been playing so much better after that shock to Solihull Moors. Maybe that just kicked away all complacency and made us realise, God, we got to really try for this league. If we look at the scores around, Bromley are losing to Dagenham and Redbridge, which will make us pull away from them at the top of the league with Eastleigh, who are winning at Dens Barnet. So it's not all plain sailing. And a bit casual from Howard there. Very stressful, but oh well, we move on. Lovely ball from Palmer over the top. Sinclair, can he pull it back to Lee? Oh, he does well. Young at the end of the box. Lee, fit, ref, pen, please. Yes. That's got to be a red at least. That's got to be a red as well. Clear denial of a goal scoring opportunity. Red. Yes. We called it. Lovely stuff. Ollie Palmer steps up. He's been good at pens recently. Mullen, of course, is our normal penalty taker, but Palmer comes through. Can he slot it away for us? He does that so well. He slams it into the right-hand side. His 13th goal of the season. Ollie Palmer is creeping up with his goal tally. And we are making Gateshead look easy right now. 3-0. You say we're a bit lucky, good finishing, but I'm having possession as well, dominating them. And as you see, we've leapfrogged Eastleigh with on goal difference, which is lovely. Barnet have drawing with them. Oh, surely that means they dropped down. It does mean they dropped down. Absolutely love stuff. So we are out ahead at the head of the league, and nothing much is happening in the second half, which means that it might stay like this. We're going to make some changes though. Paul Mullen can come in for Ollie Palmer. I feel like Ollie Palmer needs a rest sometimes. We're going to put him in his natural pressing forward. Anybody else? Elliot Lee had a bit of a quiet game. Don't have Keon Edwards on the bench though, so Hosanna's going to come off for Ford, and we're going to leave the last substitution just in case. Obviously, I've missed a highlight, but oh well. Go on, guys, let's just get this away. No funny business. I said no funny business, you bastards. Richardson climbs highest, pretty much unmarked in the box. Well, actually no, he is marked by 2 people. They're just useless. Sinclair being one of them, so, I mean, he's obviously not the most dominant aerially. Come on, let's just gain back possession. Let's just slow down the tempo. Calme-toi. Calme-toi. Forward. Young. Can you ball forward? Does well. Lee, he must be offside. Yeah, he is offside. Will that be it? Do we need to make any subs? Gonna make one. Who we're gonna take off? James Jones gonna come in for Andy Cannon. Fresh legs in the midfield, bit of an extra body just to finish out this game, close it off, and there it is. Lovely stuff. Shame we couldn't get the clean sheet, but we made Gateshead look like easy pickings there. And as we see, Eastleigh in fact lost to Barnet. Barnet with a massive comeback from 2-0 down, which is unbelievable for us. And then Bromley losing 3-1 to Dagenham and Redbridge, which brings up top. We've surpassed them in goal difference, and we are top by 3 points. Unbelievable stuff, considering the places we were at. We dropped as low as 4th last episode, so that's unbelievable. That does give us perfect momentum coming into this Brighton game, who are in a bit of patchy form. Couple wins, they've won against Bristol previously in the FA Cup, so clearly they're no slouches. If we just look at the team, bit of a rotated side, so we can expect some rotation. However, it's still very strong. They've got the likes of Ollie Watkins, who they must have signed. Caicedo still there, Stupinian, McAllister, Mitoma, very high quality players relative to us in particular. Though actually I reckon Sinclair could do a job. Ollie Watkins too. And here we go, Jay Mingy coming in on loan till the end of the season. I think he's a really good player. He's got some legs that we do sometimes lack in the midfield, so I feel like he's going to sweep up in front of our centre backs. And yeah, he's got decent technical ability as well, so I'm really happy with it. Also, 75 quid a week. I'd pay him that out of my own pocket if I could. So, this is the big one. The big one against Brighton. Will this prove that we deserve to be in the Prem already? Or will we be outclassed? We'll find out in the next couple minutes. Yeah, I think, no, I'm confident in my team. We are going to play the same way. We're going to play our way. We're not going to just change because Brighton have decided to invite us to the Amex. We're going to do our thing. So, Howard, Hosanna, O'Connell, Tozer, Mendy, Young, Cannon, Davis, Lee, Palmer, Sinclair. I have faith in those boys. Can we do it? Alright, here we are. Biggest stadium these lot have probably ever played in. And we're underway. Oh, the nerves are getting to me, I can't lie. It's going to be a tricky one. Lamptey is going to be a problem down that right side, I can tell already, with that physicality. Hopefully his hamstrings snap like they do in real life. And Watkins, 20 seconds in, already has a chance. I'd be really disappointed if we do concede a set piece, as we're a good physical team at the end of the day. We should not be conceding in that way to Brighton, especially when they have Ollie Watkins up front. Palmer, what can he do for us? Oh, tackled well by Estupiñán. Oh, Watkins gets in behind, and he does, in fact, slot it in. Oh, you could just see the difference in anticipation and reading of the game between Estupiñán there and then our defenders. He nips in against Ollie Palmer, who just doesn't have the pace at this level. It's booted over, and the anticipation of who is it? O'Connell? No, Tozer. The anticipation of Tozer just wasn't good enough. He just completely missed the ball, and Watkins is going to be there to pounce on it. Of course he is. 5 minutes in. Rocky start. God, it's an endless barrage, and Dunk does score from that set piece. If you're going to concede to one, Lewis Dunk is a big boy. So you've got to expect it, but still it's slightly disappointing. Of course, what are we? League 2, League 1, Championship. We're 4 divisions away from this level, so you've got to expect this. We are not quite Premier League level. That's the answer to the question. But no, we're not going to look down. We're going to try until the end of the game, and McAllister's put it in. Right. You know when I said I wasn't going to change how we play? Yeah, I'm changing how we play. Bleak reading of the stats so far. 2 XG in 20 minutes. But they have such high quality players. So at the end of the day, you can't complain too much. Lee, can he get this? No, Lalana's there. They're just there to every single ball a bit earlier than us. Oh, it's a good goal. I hope Matone was offside, but oh gee. Oh dear. 4-0 in 18 minutes. Let's shut up shop, as they say. Hosanna loses it. Come on, we need to just do something. Just thump it forward. Something. Oh my God, Watkins nearly scored. No. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, it's giving me pains. Lee nipped of the ball, like I say, probably £70 million. No, £80 million Caicedo. By the time, oh my, every first touch, they're just pouncing on it. Cannon, oh, there's chaos at the back. Oh my God, great save from Howard at the end. But, whew, this is not good. This is not good. We're going to aim for one shot. If we get one shot, I'll be happy. Oh my God. Lallana, Estupinan, Caicedo, dunk. They're just doing what they want with it. Lamptey, dunk. Estupinan, get out to him. Caicedo, there's massive space in the box. March, wins a header somehow. Jesus. Lamptey now comes driving down the right. Oh, can we actually win the ball? No, we do not win the ball. Honestly, if it says 36% possession, it feels like we've had about 2% possession. Estupinan. Oh, we've won the ball. We've won the ball. Let's celebrate it like a goal. But now they come. March puts it across. Watkins is there, and it's a penalty. Celebrations didn't last long, did they? It's going to be given. Yep, of course. Howard, can you do magical things for me? Stop it from being 5 before half-time. McAllister, Howard cannot. We've got to half-time. Finally, we've got to half-time. We might have to play this on 2 times speed at this rate. Oh, dear. There was a part of me that had, like, some form of weird confidence that, oh, this team, we're in good form. Like, what? We can play Brighton. We can make it scrappy. We can lump it up to Ollie Palmer. He might head it in. I was deluded. You might never see a worse overall performance of a team. If you just look at the average ratings down the bottom, I have never seen any that low. Not ideal. Mitoma, can he put it across? Watkins is there. Tozer clears it. Get in, lad. We've gone 10 minutes without conceding a goal. It's a miracle. O'Connell, Tozer, and that is bloody hell. That's exactly why we don't pass out the back against Brighton. Tozer's going to come off for Tunnicliffe. McFadden might as well. Come on. You can come. But Dolby, do we just allow him? I don't know. Ford, come on. Yeah, why not? Mullin? Yeah, Mullin can come on. Why not? We haven't conceded in the second half. So if we could draw the second half, that would be ideal. Mullin now. What can he do? The Welsh wizard. Into Ford. Young. Puts it forward to Mullin. Oh my God. Oh no. There was a square. He could have squared it and that would have been a guaranteed goal. We've had 3 shots. It's a miracle. And come on, let's not concede. Let's just have a shutout in the second half. I don't mind. If it's complacency from them, I do not care. Shutout in the second half. That's what we're aiming for. Caicedo. Estupinan puts it over to Mitoma. Don't do it to us. O'Connell with a great tackle. Mitoma puts the ball in. Watkins. Oh, Welbeck. No, don't do it to me, Danny. Lamptey. Yes, we got it clear. Mullin can't win it. Have one bit of confidence from this game. Yes! Oh, dear. To be fair, we could have scored. We could have scored 1. It would have still been 5-1, but we could have scored 1. Right, so while we were playing that FA Cup game, Eastleigh and Bromley have both picked up 3 points. So Eastleigh have jumped ahead of us, but we have a game in hand, so I'm not too worried about that. If we look at our schedule, the games coming up aren't too hard. So I'm confident that we can keep our winning streak, at least in the league, going. Put the 5-0 behind us now. It's gone. Nobody wants to see it again. We'll put it in the cupboard. It's not coming out the cupboard. And the rest of the time, we're going to just be blowing through the teams in this league. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. I think we're going to skip a big chunk now. Or not skip, but I think I'm going to get through a lot of the season now. So I'm going to go and play all these games until the Bromley game. And then we might play Bromley and York, I think is the aim. Yeah, Bromley, title contenders, another massive game. Let's get through a big chunk of the season now. Let's get it done. Let's get season 1 out of the way so we can be in League 2. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. It's been really fun to make, and I hope that's reflected. I really enjoy making it. If you have any ideas for future series though, please do let me a shout. I want to do a couple series at the same time. Not just focusing on the Wrexham, so I'm going to do my how to fixes. The next part of the Leicester how to fix will be coming soon. There'll be another how to fix which is in the works. And then, but if you have any ideas, if you want me to save next season's Premier League, so with all the promoted teams and relegated teams, obviously, yeah, let me know. Without further ado, let's just end it off there. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you in the next one.